Stop. Before you spend another dollar on herbs at the grocery store, you need to hear this. What if I told you that 7 plants, planted once, could feed your kitchen for the rest of your life? No replanting, no restarting, just roots that go deeper every year, harvests that get bigger every season, and flavors so far beyond anything in a jar that you'll wonder why nobody told you sooner. Welcome to Daily Sprout Gardeners. This is the video that changes how you garden forever. These aren't just herbs. They're perennials, plants with a survival instinct. Winter hits, they rest. Spring returns, they explode back stronger, fuller, more generous than the year before. Some will produce so abundantly the real challenge isn't growing them, it's keeping up. I'll show you how to grow each one, how to keep the aggressive ones from staging a hostile takeover of your garden, and the best ways to actually use them in your kitchen. Because a herb garden shouldn't just look beautiful, it should be feeding you. Let's go. Herb number 1, oregano. And I'm starting here on purpose because this plant is one of the most wildly underestimated herbs alive. People buy a sad little pot from the grocery store, clip a few sprigs, and watch the rest slowly die on the windowsill. And I get it. When you don't know what this plant is actually capable of, it just feels like another thing to keep alive. Here's the truth. Oregano wants to live. It builds a deep, sprawling root system and constantly pushes fresh growth upward from the base. The older stems get leggy and eventually flower, which is genuinely beautiful. But if you want maximum leaf production, cut those flowering stems back. The plant immediately redirects every ounce of energy right back into making more leaves. That's simple. And the flavor? Homegrown oregano isn't in the same universe as the dried stuff in a jar. It's bright. It's peppery. It's warm. It has this almost floral quality that completely disappears when herbs get dried, packaged, and shelved for 6 months. Fresh on pasta, pizza, marinades, roasted vegetables. Once you have it growing, you'll put it on everything. Maintenance is 2 trims during the growing season. That's genuinely it. Oregano doesn't want heavy watering. It doesn't want rich, over-fertilized soil. In fact, it produces more intense flavor in slightly lean, well-draining conditions. Doing less actually gives you better results. Rare. Wonderful. Herb number 2, thyme. If oregano is the underestimated one, thyme is the one that surprises people with its sheer variety. Most gardeners think of thyme as just thyme, the little green sprigs in the supermarket. But visit a proper nursery and a whole world opens up. Lemon thyme with its stunning citrusy aroma, perfect for chicken and dressings. French thyme, English thyme, variegated thyme with gorgeous 2-toned leaves that look like they belong in a designer garden. Each variety carries slightly different flavor notes and growth habits, but all are perennial and all respond beautifully to regular pruning. Here's the mistake most people make with thyme. They either never prune it or they're too timid to cut it hard enough. The result? The center goes woody and bare and stops producing the soft, flavorful growth you want. The fix is dramatically simple. Cut off half the plant. Yes, half. It sounds brutal, but thyme responds to a hard haircut by returning bushier, more compact, more productive than before. New growth erupts exactly where you cut, and instead of a leggy, woody mess, you get a dense, thriving plant. Thyme also makes a genuinely beautiful ground cover, with small flowers that pollinators adore. It earns its place on pure practicality and then surprises you by also being gorgeous. Herb number 3, mint. And I have 2 feelings about mint. Deep respect and serious caution in equal measure. The flavor is bold, bright, clean. It grows fast. It's practically indestructible. And the variety is staggering. Mojito mint, chocolate mint, Moroccan mint, peppermint, spearmint, apple mint, pineapple mint. Each with its own personality, its own best uses in the kitchen and garden. It's genuinely collectible. But here's what every person who has ever planted mint directly in open soil eventually discovers the hard way. Mint is a runner. It spreads underground through horizontal stems called stolons, and if you give it 1 inch of open soil, it will take a mile. I've heard stories of gardeners planting mint in a corner, and 2 seasons later their entire vegetable bed was nothing but mint. It doesn't ask permission. It doesn't care about your other plants. It just spreads. So this is the rule, non-negotiable. Always grow mint in a container, a pot, a raised planter, a walled-off bed. Keep it contained, and it rewards you endlessly with lush, fragrant harvests. It's still one of the most low-maintenance herbs you can grow. It just needs one boundary. Give it that, and it'll give you everything. Harvest the stems regularly. The more you cut, the more it produces. And pinch off the flower buds before they open. Once mint flowers, the leaves lose intensity. Keep pinching, keep harvesting, and you'll have fresh mint all season long. Herb number 4, chives. The quiet overachiever. No drama, no territorial takeovers, no demands, just growth, season after season. You've got 2 magnificent options: round-leafed onion chives with that mild, versatile onion flavor, and flat-leaf garlic chives with a slightly stronger garlicky edge and stunning white flowers in late summer. Both exceptional in the kitchen, both genuinely effortless. What makes chives extraordinary in a perennial garden is how they multiply. You start with a clump the size of a tennis ball. A few seasons pass, and that clump is the size of a dinner plate. And here's the deeply satisfying part. You divide those clumps and plant the divisions elsewhere, or give them to friends. A plant that keeps giving you more plant. That's rare. And please don't discard those flowers. The purple blooms on onion chives and the white blooms on garlic chives are completely edible. Scattered over a salad or a bowl of soup, they look like something from a restaurant kitchen. They have a mild onion flavor, and they're absolutely beautiful. Put them to work. Chives pair with almost everything: scrambled eggs, baked potatoes, cream cheese, grilled fish, soups, salads. When you're unsure what a savory dish needs, fresh chives are almost never the wrong answer. Herb number 5, lemon balm. This one deserves far more attention than it usually gets. Lemon balm lives in the mint family, which immediately tells you 2 things. It grows with serious enthusiasm, and it needs containment just like mint. Left unchecked, it will spread aggressively. Keep it in a defined space or container, and you are golden. The leaves look remarkably similar to mint. Same shape, same slightly textured surface, but crush one between your fingers, and you get something else entirely. A bright, clean, citrusy scent that is genuinely one of the most pleasant experiences in a garden. Sunny, a little sweet, completely compelling. The uses are wonderful and wide-ranging. Fresh leaves steeped in hot water make one of the most naturally calming, lightly sweet herbal teas you'll ever taste. No bitterness, no bite, just clean lemon. It's extraordinary in homemade sorbets and ice creams. Sounds fancy, impossibly simple when the plant is 2 steps from your kitchen door. Brilliant in cocktails and lemonades too. Lemon balm has also been used for centuries as a calming herb, traditionally brewed to ease stress and support sleep. I'll make no medical claims here, but I will say that sitting in the garden with a cup of fresh lemon balm tea feels genuinely therapeutic all on its own. Herb number 6, lemon verbena. Still in the lemon family, and this one carries a reputation I want to address. A mature lemon verbena can get enormous, genuinely shrub-sized, occasionally approaching small tree territory in warm climates. People either avoid it because it seems overwhelming or plant it without understanding what's coming and feel buried. Both reactions are understandable. Neither is necessary. The key is regular, aggressive pruning. Not just tidying, really cutting it back. Do that, or keep it in a container for even tighter size control, and it stays compact and incredibly productive. The leaves will die back in cooler weather, and this is where people panic, convinced the plant is dead. It isn't. It's resting. Come spring, new growth pushes out from the stems and base, and within weeks you have lemon verbena again. The flavor is more intense than lemon balm, more concentrated, almost perfume-like in the best possible way. Extraordinary in teas. Exceptional in desserts, ice cream, panna cotta. A few leaves of lemon verbena in a simple syrup completely transforms a cocktail. It's one of those ingredients where once you discover it, you keep finding new applications. And every single one delivers. Herb number 7, rosemary. The one I believe every gardener, everywhere, should have somewhere in their outdoor space. Rosemary operates in a different category from everything else on this list. It isn't just an herb, it's a landscape statement. A well-established rosemary plant is one of the most beautiful and useful things you can grow, and that combination is genuinely rare. What people consistently underestimate is the size. We're talking potentially 5 feet wide and equally tall. In ideal conditions, some plants push 8 feet or beyond. If you tuck it between basil and tomatoes expecting polite, compact behavior, you will have a serious problem in a few years. Plant it in your landscaping. Give it room. Let it become the architectural feature it's meant to be. Then harvest from it freely and prune it back a couple of times a year. Here's something I genuinely didn't know for a long time, and it changed everything once I learned it. Rosemary comes in two main growth habits: upright, tall and vertical, and prostrate, spreading horizontally, hugging the ground. Most people grow upright simply because it's most available. But if you cook with rosemary regularly, you want the prostrate variety. The oils in trailing rosemary are less bitter, which means a softer, more nuanced flavor in your food. Upright rosemary can carry a slightly harsh, almost medicinal edge when used heavily. Trailing rosemary is gentler, more versatile, more remarkable in everything from roasted potatoes to focaccia. Once you've cooked with fresh prostrate rosemary, the jar-dried version will feel like an entirely different ingredient. Maintenance: almost none once established. Drought-tolerant. Indifferent to lean soil. It actually prefers dry and sparse conditions. Don't overwater. Don't coddle it. Let it do its thing. Rosemary genuinely thrives on neglect in a way that feels almost offensive given how much energy you've spent on other plants. So there they are, all 7. Oregano, thyme, mint, chives, lemon balm, lemon verbena, and rosemary. 7 herbs. One thing in common: plant them once and they reward you endlessly, season after season, year after year. No replanting. No starting over. No last-minute store runs because a recipe needs one fresh sprig. There's something genuinely meaningful about building this kind of garden. It's not just about saving money, though you absolutely will. It's about creating something that grows alongside you. A perennial herb garden gets better with time, not worse. Roots go deeper. Plants grow bolder. Harvests become more generous. It becomes a permanent, living part of your home, working for you every day, whether you're making a Sunday roast or a quiet cup of tea on a Tuesday morning. Honest recommendation: don't try to grow all 7 at once. Pick 2 or 3 that match how you actually cook, how you actually live. Start there. Let them settle. Then expand. A garden you genuinely use is worth so much more than one that overwhelms you and ends up abandoned. If this video gave you something valuable today, and I really hope it did, please hit that like button. It takes 1 second, and it genuinely helps Daily Sprout gardeners reach more people who are trying to grow exactly what you're growing right now. Subscribe if you haven't yet. We're here every week with content designed to help you grow more, stress less, and actually fall in love with the process. There's a lot more coming. You don't want to miss it. Thank you so much for growing with me today. Now go get your hands in the soil. Happy growing.